The midday news. I am Hadiza Bala. Nigerians across the country are groaning as the cost of premium motor spirit, popularly known as petrol, hits over 1,000 naira per litre in many parts of the country. This comes as Dangote Refinery offers the Nigerian National Petroleum Company Limited a lifeline to exit the petrol importation burden. According to the spokesperson of Dangote Group, Anthony Chejina, in an interview with newsmen, the Dangote petrol would ease endless fuel queues, foster the country's productivity, and ensure energy security. Dangote petrol processing kick-off comes amid the anxiety created by NNPCL's admission of financial strain over sustainable supply costs and indebtedness to oil suppliers amounting to over $6 billion. The state-owned company spokesperson Olufemi Shoneye said that the financial strain has placed considerable pressure on the company and poses threats to the sustainability of fuel supply. The NNPCL's admittance of financial strain is generating reactions among stakeholders and public analysts, which further compounded the crisis in Nigeria's oil and gas sector. The federal government will spend about 188.25 billion naira annually to subsidize electricity supply for about 75 public tertiary hospitals and 300 educational institutions across the country. This follows the federal government's approval of a 50% subsidy for electricity consumed in public hospitals and tertiary education institutions nationwide. The decision follows a promise by the Minister of Power, Adeleke, that the federal government would subsidize electricity in hospitals and government-owned education tertiary institutions, even if they are on Band A feeders. When he was making the announcement recently in Ibadan, Adeleke said the government would not subsidize private businesses operating in these hospitals, disclosing that the government is aware that hospitals and universities are having challenges paying the bills. However, he said the federal government is planning to meter all businesses running in each of the institutions to prevent paying subsidies to private businesses. Osun State House of Assembly has passed the State Senior Secondary Education Board Establishment Bill 2024 into law. According to the submissions of the lawmakers, the passed law tends to manage and monitor the affairs of senior secondary school education in the state. Parliamentary reporter Oluwatosin Oladokun has the details.
The highlights of the primary were the final passage of Osun State Senior Secondary School Education Board Establishment B 2024, while Osun State Security Network Agency and Amatekun Corps Amendment Number 1 was also debated upon at the Committee of O. Osun State Senior Secondary School Education Board Establishment B 2024 was an executive bill which tends to give proper and effective monitoring to senior secondary school education across the state. The Speaker of Osun State House Assembly, Honorable Adewale Gbedum, heard that the final passage of the bill became imperative.
The Osun State Senior Secondary Education Board Establishment Bill 2024 be read for the third time. You can support the aye. You can against the ayes are.
Earlier, Majority Leader of the House, Honorable Babajide Koforola, had moved a motion for the final passage of the bill, and it was seconded by the Chairman House Committee on Education, Honorable Sikiru Bajipade. Under the personal explanation, member representing Iwo State constituency, Honorable Adeshina Rabiu, commended Governor Ademola Adeleke administration over the rehabilitation of Erin-Ijesha waterfall. The lawmaker equally, on behalf of people of Iwo State constituency, called on Governor Ademola Adeleke to intervene on the age-long land dispute between Iwo and Oyo State.
This is a recent mobilization of resources for the rehabilitation of Erin-Ijesha waterfall. Is commended.
The Speaker, Honorable Adewale Gbedum, however, while reporting the progress made, joined the Committee of O, said all the adjustments and correction on the clauses of Osun State Security Agency and Amatekun Amendment Number 1 form part of the bill. Oluwatosin Oladokun OSBC News.
A member of the House of Representatives, Alhassan Dogwa, has stressed the need for the independent National Electoral Commission to conduct local government elections to promote democracy at the grassroots level. Honorable Dogwa, who represents Dogwa Tudunwada Federal Constituency of Kano State, made the call while addressing his constituents in the ancient city. In a statement made available to newsmen, the lawmaker noted that until the relevant laws were reviewed, the third tier of government would continue to play little or no part in grassroots development, thus worsening rural-urban migration and its attendant challenges. He noted that INEC is the only reliable electoral umpire and electoral and constitutional law must be reviewed for INEC to conduct local councils elections. Otherwise, local council elections in Nigeria will continue to be a caricature of what they should be. The lawmaker added that only elections conducted by the electoral body would help deepen the nation's democratic and enhance our electioneering system. Minister of Arts, Culture and Creative Economy Hannatu Musawa has unveiled a comprehensive strategic roadmap for the nation's creative sector in a move to redefine Nigeria's cultural landscape. The presentation took place at the United Nations House in Abuja during the Diplomatic and International Development Partners Forum. The forum, which is a cornerstone initiative by FMACCE, is designed to spotlight the vast opportunities within Nigeria's burgeoning creative economy encompassing art, culture, and innovation. Mrs. Musa highlighted that the sector is a pivotal driver of employment, particularly for Nigeria's youth, emphasizing that the presentation is a crucial step towards securing sustainable partnership and support, reinforcing Nigeria's ambition to become Africa's creative capital. The minister also praised President Bola Tinubu for his role in establishing the ministry, acknowledging his visionary support as instrumental to the ministry's success since its inception. The Nigeria Civil Aviation Authority has explained why the United States Federal Aviation Administration delisted Nigeria from its Category 1 status. According to a statement by the Acting Director General, Chris Najomo, the removal was due to the fact that no Nigerian airline currently provides flight services to the United States. Mr. Najomo emphasized that Nigerians' delisting had nothing to do with any safety or security deficiencies in the country's oversight system. He stated that Nigeria had successfully undergone comprehensive audits by the International Civil Aviation Organization without any significant safety or security concerns. The statement also noted that Nigerian operators could still operate flights to the U.S. using aircraft wet leased from a country with the current Category 1 status. And now to sports, the president of Badminton Federation of Nigeria, Francis Obi, has described Eniola Bolaji's bronze medal feat as the Paris 2024 Paralympics para-badminton event as a product of investment. Francis Obi hailed the player for putting Nigeria on the badminton map, saying she crossed through the hurdles to achieve the feat. Bolaji defeated Kozina Oksana of Ukraine 21-9 to win a bronze medal and become the first Nigerian and African athlete to win an Olympic or Paralympic medal in badminton. The president added that though the journey was a rough ride, but a medal was earned to show for the efforts and investments both on the part of the federation and, more importantly, from the player. He noted that the star's remarkable victory is a testament to our unwavering dedication, exceptional talent, and relentless pursuit of excellence, adding that our achievement has become a source of inspiration for aspiring athletes across Africa and Nigeria. On the foreign scene, an attempted jailbreak in Congo's main prison in the capital, Kinshasa, has left at least 129 people dead, most of them in a stampede. Congolese Interior Minister Jacqueline Shabani said a provisional assessment showed that 24 inmates were shot dead by warning gunshots as they tried to escape from the overcrowded Makala Central Prison in Kinshasa. The Interior Minister stated that there are also 59 injured people taken into care by the government, as well as some cases of women raped, adding that order has been restored to the prison, part of which was burned into the attack. Justice Minister Constant Butamba called the attack a premeditated act of sabotage, adding that those who instigated this act of sabotage will receive a stern response. Justice Mutamba also announced a ban on transferring inmates from the prison, saying authorities will build a new prison among other efforts to reduce overcrowding. Still on the foreign scene, United States President Joe Biden has said Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu is not doing enough to secure a hostage deal and ceasefire with Hamas, amid reports that a new final proposal will be sent to the Israeli leader. Mr. Biden and his Vice President Kamala Harris met United States negotiators to hammer out a proposal as protests engulfed Israel after the discovery of 6 more hostage bodies in Gaza. Mr. Biden spoke after a meeting with negotiators in the White House Situation Room, noting that the next step is the effort to the release of hostages includes continued dialogue with co-mediators Qatar and Egypt. Among the bodies recovered from Gaza was that of 23-year-old Israeli-American Hash Goldberg, Pauline. Mr. Biden said the U.S. was devastated and outraged by the death of Mr. Goldberg, Pauline, and the 5 others, adding that Hamas leaders will pay for their crimes. Discovery of the bodies has caused widespread protest in Israel from those critical of Mr. Netanyahu's handling of the war and hostage crisis. And that ends the midday news on OSBC TV. Join us at 3 for the state news. It was edited by Michael Adeni. Good afternoon.